And I'm Ariel Mason. The Channel One News starts right now. Thanks, Tom.
Now we're heading over to Maggie in
That's just the area
Philadelphia.
of the blue, correct?
Guys, I'm here in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where Greek architecture has influenced many of the city's buildings. Greek architecture is categorized in three main periods: the Doric, Ionic, and Corinthian. The Doric order developed directly out of wooden architecture. It features plain fluted columns and divided friezes to frame out the decorations. The Ionic order was developed in the coastal town Ionia. It has no relation to the Doric order besides its fluted columns. The trademark of the Ionic order is the volutes, the scroll-like designs between the capital and the top of the column. The architraves of the Ionic order have no separation, allowing a free canvas for art and sculpture. Behind me is the Philadelphia Museum of Art. Known for its lead role in the Rocky films, it was established in 1876. The facade of the building features Corinthian-style architecture, which this Corinthian order grew directly from the Ionic order and features environmental influences like leaves and flowers. Styles from this era of Greek architecture heavily impacted the Roman buildings, such as the temples, Temple of Mars, altar, and the Pantheon. Not only did Greek architecture shape ancient Rome, it's commonly found all over Philadelphia. Greek architecture can be found at the Waterworks Building, the Merchants Exchange, and the Franklin Institute, where Greek style is taken a step further with a huge godlike statue of Benjamin Franklin in the middle of a room, like a Greek temple. That's going to do it for my time. I'm Maggie Ruley, and I'll catch you later. Thanks, Maggie.
Now let's head over to Keith, who's demonstrating ancient Greek Olympic Games.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Introducing the Toga 2.0 for you go-getters out there. It's useful for those excellent relaxation times. It's good for getting dirty. It's a great alternative for exercise clothing.
Toga 2.0, the right fit for you. And now to Keith to learn more about the Olympic Games.
The makers of the Olympic Games in ancient Greece created a significant amount of events that we still use today in modern society. The most commonly played events that are still present in today's world are the javelin throw and discus throw. Commonly played as field events for track and field today, these two events were considered the main events in ancient Greece. They use these events as the main event so that they can showcase their strength instead of running and agility as we do today. Showcasing these common events came with some unusual events that people today would not participate in. The hammer throw event was a thrilling experience for both the thrower and the audience. The hammer throw event started in the early 1900s for men, and in 2000 made its debut for women. The early hammers had forged iron heads and wooden handles. Now the International Association of Athletics Federation, or the IAAF, now requires use of wire-handled spherical weight.
Thanks, Scott.
And now we're here with Tom.
We're going back to BC with ancient Greek philosophers. I'm Hansen, and I'm here now interviewing several Greek philosophers. Here is the famous philosopher Socrates. Hello, Tom. I've heard that you are one of the greatest philosophers, and your famous method. Could you please explain in this method?
Sure, Tom. It's called the Socratic method, and it is a form of discussion using questions and listening to the thoughts and answers.
Socrates, people seem to believe that you are not completely a loyal citizen of Athens, and that you do not agree with some Greek ways of life. Is this true?
It's not completely true that I am still loyal to Athens, but yes, it is true that that I do not agree with some things such as the gods.
You believe though?
I'm the great philosopher Socrates. Do you want me to leave?
Goodbye. Go ahead, bye. All right. You may clap. Thank you, Socrates. Now we are on to Plato, another great philosopher. Now here we have yet another renowned philosopher who was one of Socrates' pupils.
Typical problems, guys.
We're experiencing technical difficulties. So Plato, as a man who grew up with politics, do you think that influenced your ideas as a philosopher?
Yes, I guess. It gave me certain opinions and it allowed me to study one of the best philosophers such as Socrates, who has had a great effect on me.
Interesting. What influence did Socrates have on you?
He has inspired me to continue his work, and I've been writing and keeping record of his work, and I have been incorporating my own ideas.
Well, that sounds interesting. Good luck with that. And thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Now next we have the great Aristotle. Once again, I'm Tom Hansen here with Aristotle. So, Aristotle, I know that you also write about the philosophers.
Yes.
What is your relationship to ancient Greece?
Well, I lived there like my whole life, attended Plato's Academy.
Did you work as a tutor?
Yes, I was a tutor for Alexander the Great. After I left the Athens. But I and Alexander started our own school.
Wow, that sounds great. Well, thank you. This is Tom Hansen with Channel 1 News. Thanks, Keith.
In honor of her holidays, Ariel is teaching us a little bit about Athena.
Thanks, Maggie and Tom. Hi guys, Ariel Hicks here. Today I'm reporting live from Greece. I'm currently standing where the statue of Athena was tall. The statue is the center of Athena's holiday, Parathenia. Parathenia was held every 4 years, much like the Olympics. People would gather all over Greece to celebrate this holiday. During this, Athena's statue would be covered in different colored robes called peplus. Parathenia was a major holiday in ancient Greece. And this is because it paid homage to Athena, one of the most greatest goddesses in Greece. Since this was a major holiday and lasted for days, it was filled with feasts and dancing. It also brought the citizens together. In fact, the citizens of Greece are getting ready for this holiday right now. And don't forget, Athena is the reason for Parathenia. Back to you guys in the studio.
Now let's head over to Scott Evans to see how kids grew up in ancient Greece.
Hey everybody, Maggie Ruley here. Scott's been a little under the weather, so I'm filling in for him. Let's find out how kids lived in ancient Greece. Greece's social organization at the time resulted in survival of the fittest, even in children. In a solemn naming ceremony, the child was officially presented to the household and accepted in its midst. When a Spartan child was born, the decision whether or not to abandon the child lay not within the father, but within the state. The state decided whether the child was strong enough to withstand their military-based society. When the child reached the age of 6, the boys of Athens went to school from 6 until about 15. Only wealthier male citizens of Athens had this opportunity. The Spartan boys, at age 6, were placed in strict training, which lasted about 20 years, opposed to the extensive reading and writing in Athens. Spartan schools kept reading and writing to a minimum. The main emphasis was always placed on discipline and exercise. As you can see, academics were still a big part of Athenian boys, even in adulthood, while Spartans still trained for battle. Well, that's going to do it for our time today. I'm Maggie Rulli from Channel 1 News, and I'll see you later.